Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Retro Doc 79, and today we're going to be playing through Mega Man 4, which is a fan-requested game. Robert sent in a request with an actual picture attached of him holding the box to this game on his way home from picking it up for his birthday when he was a kid. And once I saw that, I decided I had to play through Mega Man 4. So be aware, if you send a request, I will play it. Now, the most assured way to get me to play your requested game would be to actually send an email to RetroDoc79, and there's a link in every video's description that I've made with that email. That's the business email, and you send me an email there, I will definitely read it, I will respond, and if it's a game request, I will play it. And we're just letting the story play through so you guys can see it. The crux of the story is a new villain has appeared, Dr. Kozak. As you recall, if you saw my playthrough of Mega Man 3, or if you played it yourself, it appeared that Dr. Wily is no longer with us, but we'll see how true that is by the end of this game. Now, this has always been strange to me, and I didn't notice this until I was an adult. Mega Man is riding on top of the train for some reason instead of in the train. And if you look at him, his hair is blue instead of black. And when you finish Mega Man 1, he has black hair, if you watch through the whole credits. And obviously at the beginning of Mega Man 2, he's standing on top of a building with his black hair blowing in the wind. I don't know if they did that just because of the background color and his body color, and it would have been easier to make it blue instead of black. But it's fine. Alright, let's get right into the game. Alright, so if you guys have ever played through this, everybody knows Toadman is the easiest guy to take out. Pharaohman's the second easiest, but if you're a seasoned vet, you go after Brightman. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to go after Brightman first. Now for Brightman's stage, be aware of this mechanic where when you shoot the light bulb enemy, the lights go out, and those little green guys turn them back on. Now if you can avoid shooting them like there, do it. If you can't, like right there, move forward and take out that green enemy fairly quickly, or else you're going to have to make that long jump in the dark, and that's pretty difficult, at least for me it is. Now, fun fact about Mega Man 4, this was the first Mega Man to introduce the Charge Buster, which obviously became a series staple afterwards. That was pretty close too, I almost fell in that pit, man. Now, watch out, this guy has 2 attacks, and I think he might switch up the pattern on us here. Oh, he didn't. Works out fine. He also arcs some red pellets at you. Here you kind of just want to hang tight and let those guys initiate the contact. And as we get to this section of the stage, you have 2 directions you can go in. You can go straight to get to the boss, or you can drop down here and get a spare energy tank, and this is what I recommend you guys do. Now, when you get on these platforms, be aware the brown ones are going to fall off, and you want to hang Mega Man's lead foot off of the edge. It'll make it that much easier to jump to the other one. Also, here you can actually make those jumps without Rush Coil. Now, it's not recommended. I use Rush Coil. It just keeps everything nice and safe. And you see, even with Rush Coil, sometimes you barely make the jump. Alright, here we got to get ready. I think there's another totem enemy. There it is. And we might have one more. Okay, so right there, you saw that if you can't take out the totem enemy before the grasshopper turns around, It's just better to follow the grasshopper back. Now, if you have to damage through him, go ahead and do that. That's not an issue. Now, you do want to get the Bright Man with as much energy as possible. And I think if we can avoid taking a hit, that's as much energy as we're going to have. We're not going to have full health bar, so... Let's see if we can get this guy to drop his bombs early. Remember, hang the lead foot off. And do not hold your charge buster. It makes it that much harder for you to make these jumps. And it looks like we actually made it to Bright Man. Now, hopefully we're able to take him out. Get your charge shot ready. And as soon as you come in, you want to slide, move forward and slide. He's going to jump at you. Oh, man. And you'll excuse me, you gotta concentrate on this guy, man. Oh man, it wasn't as difficult as I remember him. But the key there is just watch for the pellet that comes straight at you and jump over it and slide when he comes at you. We were lucky, we didn't get frozen by him. He has a time stopper ability. And Mega Man got Flash Time Stopper. Hopefully that's enough time for you guys to get the code. Alright, and we're going to be going after Pharaoh Man next. I always thought Pharaoh Man looked pretty cool, man. He has that whole Pharaoh's crown thing going. It would have been cool if they had the little, like, cobra thing on it, but they don't. But again, it's 8-bit. Now here you want to be careful because you can be sucked down by the quicksand. You could also slide on it. I never do, just because though you can move across and get yourself out of it, I tend to get hit by the scorpion enemies. And again, we're fairly early in the stage, so no harm, no foul. But if we can avoid taking damage, why not? Now here we come to another fork in the road. And if you jump down, you're heading towards Pharaoh Man, but if you use Rush Coil, you get to this other quicksand area, and it's going to lead you to a special weapon adapter, actually. Well, not technically a weapon. It's going to be an item that helps you out, kind of like item 1, 2, and 3 from Mega Man 2. That's the balloon adapter. And you're going to notice this actually propels us forward in the stage, and if we would have taken damage, it would heal you. Now be real careful. As you noticed, as soon as they open their eyes, they shoot at you. And of course, the other danger is falling into the spikes. And here you want to jump off before he hits the wall because it'll disappear on you and take you out. Oh, nice. Now that was totally unnecessary, but if you guys want to keep your health as high as possible, I suggest you do that. Now here you're going to encounter the mummy, slide, and well, you want to slide and then kind of turn back mid-slide. Now this guy, just shoot at him and jump over his head. And we've actually arrived at Pharaoh Man, so fairly quick stage. And get your Bright Man ability ready. The only thing I would caution you against is freezing him in midair. So I'm going to move forward and take some hits. But that just assures he's on flat ground. And then you just want to lay into him. Now, obviously, if you were going to use the P-Buster, because you can do that, you want to hit him with charge shots, because look how many hits it takes with just the regular pellets. We're in the home stretch. We got this guy. Bag him and tag him, man. What do we get? You got Feral Shot. This and the Bright Time Stopper are pretty legit throughout the whole run. Alright, hopefully you guys got that password. Now, normally from here, you go after Ringman, but since we skipped Toadman first, let's go to him. He's not crucial to take out here, but his Flush Rain ability, we're going to use that throughout the game. And it's just to take out small enemies that you could maneuver around, but it makes the run a little quicker and it makes it a lot more fun for you. Oh, we got a 1-up. Now here, check this out. If you jump, you get pulled back. So you got to treat these like extremely long jumps and get right on the edge before you try to make a jump. And those little guys with the umbrellas are not as harmless as they look. If you give them a chance, they'll actually turn and shoot the umbrella towards you. And here you can just slide under that guy. You don't have to encounter him. Now watch out. You got these little sludge things on the ceiling and these mice enemies that are just hiding in the water. And as you notice, you get pulled in the direction of the water flow. Here, if you jump and shoot a charge shot, you can take out that top guy. Now, check this out. This snail here, wait for it to open his eyes and freeze him with that Bright Time Stopper and just lay into him. You can't damage him if his eyes close, so you definitely want to wait for the eyes to open to do that. And we're going to fight 2 of those mini bosses in this stage. I think the next one is right here. So here you want to stand in the middle of that waterfall, because that'll keep you neutral until the eyes open, and it'll let you concentrate on looking at the eyes instead of doing what I'm doing now, which is fighting the current. Now, you do have to come out from under the waterfall to fight them, because you can't really jump under it. You get pushed down. And we're in that home stretch, actually. Let's just keep Brightman's ability up. And that worked out perfectly. We used all of our Bright Time Stopper right at the end. We had enough to go through everything. Now, you're going to notice something crazy about Toadman. This guy, you can lock him into a pattern of him jumping over you and you going under him and shooting him. Now, if he starts dancing on you, just shoot him. And you see, you don't have to run under him if you don't want to. You can actually bait him to move around the stage. And you could slide. I used to slide a lot, but if your hands get sweaty and slippery like mine, sometimes you have a tendency not to hold the down button right, and you actually jump into them. But you can lock them into that pattern. And the only other pattern I've seen when you do that is sometimes he'll just stand there and won't jump and kind of wiggle. Just shoot him, and it'll stop him from shooting his rain flush at you. And then you'll have to redo that again. You got Rain Flush. Oh, message from Dr. Light? Well, that's Mega Man 2. Here it's just you got Rush Marine. And I forget how often we use that. I don't think it's too often in this game. Alright, hope you got that password, man. Now we're going to go after Ring Man. And this guy, his stage is awesome, but it's a gauntlet. There are 4 mini-bosses, and when you get to them, if you're not used to the pattern, it's a little tricky. Here, quickly jump back. And if you fall down, it doesn't do anything adversely to you. But, I mean, you can get shot by those guys. Over here, you noticed I jumped up and then shot the Rain Flush. That's just to angle the guns away from me so I wouldn't get shot. And up here, you want to change to your P-Buster so you don't waste your Rain Flush, because these little Jupiter, Saturn-looking planet things, those little Jupiter, Saturn planet things, you don't want to waste your Rain Flush on them. But up here, you definitely want to shoot your Rain Flush. And I like to stand on that and let it initiate movement forward, and then move with the next one up. That way you just avoid falling down. And I believe we're at our first mini-boss. Now, we want to use Pharaoh Man's ability even though we use this on Ring Man, because we're just going to skip this guy. Check this out. Get right up on him. Take those out, jump over, and slide. If you don't jump over, you won't be able to just walk forward. And here we're going to refill our health. And the only reason I did that was just to avoid taking damage. There was no point in refilling my health only to take damage again there. Now kind of move forward and despawn that guy. And here we come to our second mini-boss, and here you want Bright Man's ability. And when the rings open up, you kind of want to quickly freeze them before they get to you, so you can take that guy out. You can only damage him in the eyes. And actually, I believe the next mini-boss is down here. We want to go back to Pharaoh Man's ability. It's another Hippo. Make that jump and slide. Remember the technique. And here we're going to manipulate RNG a little bit. So we're going to see Flip Top here. And we're going to manipulate the RNG to get ourselves an energy tank. So if you don't see what you like, just go down the ladder and come back up. And though you can only hold 9 energy tanks, you do want to do this because they're sparingly. I think if you get every energy tank in the game, there might be 11 or 12, and we are going to use a couple of them. These guys just have your charge shot ready, and you see I messed it up there, so that was no fun. And let's try it 2 more times. I just want to see if I can get my health back. I doubt they're going to give me my health back, but it was worth a shot. Now here, have your charged up shot ready. Jump forward, release it, and jump. Now normally I wouldn't come down here, but I wanted my health back, so... Now remember, charge your charge beam up, forward, jump, forward, jump. Ooh, skin of our teeth, man. And I think we're... No, we're not at Ring Man, actually. We got one more mini-boss coming up. And... No, it's not down here, so quickly slide to the left. Slide to the left, slide to the left, man. There it is. And get your bright time stopper ready, and Pay attention to the eyes. And there we go. And we've come to Ringman. So this guy's fairly tricky. Let's get our feral shot ready. And charge it up as I did, and then just let it loose and start charging the next one. And the trick with Ringman is when he approaches you, you want to run towards him and jump over him. Don't let him make physical contact with you or he'll totally mess you up. And looks like we took him out. Let's see what special ability we get here. And it looks like we got the ring boomerang. All right, that's enough time for the password. Okay, so the next guy up is going to be Dustman. And this guy's stage is fairly short. There's just one tricky part near the end. Now, obviously, quickly jump over that guy. And here I like to just freeze time, because those pits right there have these enemies that pop up and actually will hit you and you'll end up falling into the pit. There they are. Also, those shielded enemies, you can only shoot through their shield if you have them frozen with Time Stopper. If not, you can't do it. Over here, I like to switch. Oh, no, that's not what we do here. Hold on a second. That was good, man. Laying into that guy right there. Now we switch over to the Rain Flush. You could also use the Time Stopper on that big enemy. I used to use it a lot. I just moved away from it. I just don't see the need, man. And you'll notice I actually release the Rain Flush a little early every time. It just keeps them from knocking you around. If you wait to see them, they're going to hit you before you can do anything. And here, let's manipulate RNG again. We want that energy tank. Now, once we take this guy out, the next robot we take out is going to be Skullman. And that guy's stage is pretty legit. You actually have a chance to get 3 energy tanks in there. All right, so we're getting to the tricky part here. So these first parts here aren't too bad. Kind of lay in, release, and just slide, take the hit, you'll be fine. So those parts weren't the tricky one. It's coming up right here. You'll notice in front of us we have that area that looks like it's a little bit further down than it should be. Slide forward, shoot as much as you can, and slide out of there, man. And we got through it. Deceptively easy looking. That thing has taken me out so many times. Now we're pretty much there. We just have one of these weird gumball enemies there. Oh yeah, check this twinkle toe looking enemy out. Look at this. Instead of the standard, that guy actually, as you saw, does a little pirouette and starts spinning on you. Oh man, let's despawn him and start again. And we made it to Dustman. And this guy can be a little tricky, but if you got the ring boomerang, we should be just fine. So check this out. Now it's short ranged, as you saw. And you can't damage him when he does the Hoover vacuum thing. But as long as you don't make physical contact with him, you should be fine. And we took him out fairly easily. Now let's see what we got here. You got Dust Crusher. As we said before, that we were going to take on Skullman next. Now check it out. Every time I see him, I think of the first Karate Kid movie and Johnny Lawrence's friends in that skeleton costume. So here, if you get Pharaoh Man's ability and build it up, you'll notice that anything you hit with that ball above you is taken out, and it does not use up any of your Pharaoh Man energy. Man, and I tried to use it there as a build-up, but I couldn't. That's fine. And if you got a charge shot, you can take that skeleton guy out in one hit, no problem. Kind of slide off there. Though it's not necessary, you might as well replenish it. Now, a little side note, I don't know if you noticed that. Your Pharaoh shot can be shot in 6 different directions. The only directions you can't shoot it is straight up and down. Just slide under that bat. And here we go. Let's manipulate the RNG and get that energy tank once more. And just be patient. Sometimes Flip Top gets a little funky with his RNG and doesn't want to give you your energy tank. But if you're patient, you can leave this stage with 3 energy tanks versus 2. Now, if we continue up this ladder, you actually end up over at the boss's route, but we want to go forward here. This is going to lead us to another energy tank. And real easy, once you use that rush coil there, switch over to your balloon adapter. And always careful with these shield guys, they respawn so quickly, man. And we're in the home stretch now. Oh, man. So here, don't try to get that energy tank. If you try to slide or jump down there, you're going to take a death. And though that jump is doable, let's just use that balloon adapter there to save ourselves, man. There's no need to get ourselves killed. Now on the way back, just slide forward. And over here, you want to inch towards the front and make that jump. Nice, it looks like we got all our health back. And if you think we're near the boss, we still have one whole other section here, man. And I like to use the bright time stopper here, just because it protects you from these guys that throw these bones. And don't worry, check this out. We took some hits earlier, but we can mitigate it because we have some energy up there. Now, Skullman can be a little tricky. I'm going to show you some stuff that's interesting about him. Check this out. If you go in and do nothing, it'll be a staring contest. He'll never come at you. Check this out. Now, if you move forward or shoot at him, that's when we have an issue with him. And we made short work of him. That's pretty good. And the skull barrier is not the most useful item here, but we will need it for the next boss. All right, password in the pocket for you guys. And next guy we're taking out is Dive Man. And here we're gonna get that other special weapon or special adapter, the wire adapter. So let's hit the ground running and actually stop time. And the only reason I stop time is because those fish will jump out of the water and they'll just jack you up, man, for no reason. I mean, there's some people that can probably avoid them. I'm not that good at avoiding them, so... So we stop time when I play. Man, I got refilled and I got hit. So check this out. That's a whale enemy, and what you want to do is stop time quickly. And sometimes you can stop time before it even spawns in, as you notice. Now, if that happens, you just want to jump over those, out of those spikes as soon as possible. Because again, once your invincibility frames are gone, you're taking a death. Oh man, let me see if I can manipulate the RNG here. This is a little difficult. And remember, if you're counting, this will be our 7th energy tank if we can get it. And I want to pick this one up because sometimes I'm able to take out Dive Man without using an energy tank, but most of the time I end up using one just because of the nature of the barrier, the skull barrier, and him charging at you, doing like a dive torpedo thing. You end up actually taking a lot of physical contact with the boss, and that always messes you up, man. Ooh, we got it, we got it. Nice. And back in the water, guys. Now check this out. You got the stingray enemy coming up here. And you want to take those guys out quickly, man, because they have a tendency to change direction on you. So here I'm going to let the whale completely materialize so you can see what it looks like. And you call me Captain Ahab because I just took that dude out Well, guess not, because that's not my white whale. I actually took him out. If anybody's read Moby Dick, it's a classic, you should read it. You'll know that it doesn't end well for a Captain Ahab. Now, note, this is not the way to the boss. This is how you get the wire adapter. And here we're going to get our health refilled, but it's going to actually take us all the way back to the beginning of the Stingray area. And that's okay, man. We can get through this part. That was quicker than I thought, man. Actually, check this little trick out, man. Rain flush. And it's a non-standard move here, but it'll keep those little stingrays out of your business, man. And there, don't jump too high just because of those spikes on the other side. And I think we're in a pretty good position to take out Dive Man, so let's see what we can do. Now I'm going to be a little quiet during the fight because you actually want to jump over them and kind of glance them with your shield. And that's the part where I am not a fan. Oh, man. And that's the part where I'm not a fan. When he shoots those little missiles, they'll take out your shield, and notice it takes down your skull shield pretty quickly. Mega Man, you got dive missiles. You got mail. Alright, so hopefully you got the password. And our choices are pretty limited here. We're going to take out Drill Man. And yes, you can slide off that ladder if you're quick like I did. And here I'm just going to rain flush it out, man. Now, I probably shouldn't have because I took more hits than I normally do, but it's fine. Because as you can see, we get our power up right there. Now that one up is fairly tricky. You can go for it if you want. I suggest if you're not good at those jumps, just avoid it completely, man. Now that we're here, we're going to hit the rain flush and hopefully get something good in return. We got nothing. But this is what I was saving the rain flush for, this section here, man. And here we use the wire adapter. And if anybody's seen my playthrough of Bionic Commando, you'll recognize that arm right there. I think it would have been cool if they would have given Mega Man the ability to swing with it. But unfortunately, they didn't. Man, some health would have been really nice there, but that's fine. So here, check this out. Those rocks hit you and so does the splash damage, so you want to freeze time. And you got the double duty of turning on the stage, as you noticed. So if you don't hit those little switches when you jump forward, the stage, the next part of the stage won't be there, and you'll fall to your death. Man, and we made it to the end. Let's see if we can take that guy out if he gives us anything cool. Well, so much for some health. Now, check this out. His little rockets cancel out your dive missiles. You want to slide as much as possible to avoid them. Oh, and he's being cheap, man. He's going underground. You want to jump and shoot your missiles like I'm doing, because that way you completely avoid your missiles hitting his little drill things. Oh man, did we get him? Oh, that was great. Sometimes I use an energy tank on him and Dive Man, but we were able to avoid it. Now the drill bombs, they're a little dicey. You shoot them and you have to push the button again to shoot, to detonate them before they hit the target to get a cluster effect. Kind of like the crash bombs, except those did it automatically. Alright, hopefully you guys been following along. If you got the game, try it. We're going after Dr. Kozak now, man. Now, the snow makes it a lot harder to move. And check this out. Metal on metal, it's kind of sticky. You have to break free. So there are some pretty cool mechanics at play here. And I think we finished it out. Yep. Here, I don't like to play around. Just use the rain flush. Now, you do have to be real careful with how you use your special abilities here, because just like every Mega Man, once you're in these last castle stages, it's a gauntlet, man. They don't give you back your weapon energy between stages. And here, you definitely want to freeze time. Ooh. I just wanted to get that going one more time. Yeah, why not? One of the hardest parts of this stage, man. And remember, we're dealing with the ice physics here too, so that's no joke, man. You can easily slide like I did. I mean, some weapon energy would have been nice instead of health, but sure. So all this means is we have to work a little harder. And check out the attention to detail, man. It starts snowing as you get further up. Here you just want to do what I did. Don't worry if you get hit. If you actually do it quick enough, you avoid taking a hit. But obviously I was not quick enough. And that weapon energy seems cool, but it's not worth the risk, man. Oh man, okay, this guy. Ring boomerang is optimal for him, man. Oh man, I thought one more hit would take him out. All right, Kozak Castle Part 2, man. Let's keep our fingers and toes crossed, man. Okay, and I believe we go to the right here. And you just want to climb up and keep holding up, go past those little chompers. And you want to slide forward and back. There I actually went through the thing and I shouldn't have. But that's fine. And we definitely want to replenish our ring boomerang. Okay, and very quickly switch over to your rush jet. Now be careful, you gotta jump right on it. If you're just slightly off, you'll get stuck in this little pattern where you're glitching on and off of it. Oh man, I didn't want to do that. I actually wanted to take that that power up for another item. Let's use our balloon right now. And remember to jump off that thing. And we're looking for the blinking. Once they blink 2 to 3 times, just take the jump. And here we're going to get our bright ability back up. And you might notice sometimes when I pull out the wire adapter, I accidentally hit the A button, and that's because it reminds me so much of Bionic Commando. And we might as well round it out with our... I was going to say Rain Flush, but Ringman's ability is crucial throughout most of the end game, so let's keep that nice and healthy. So let those guys clamp down and check this out. Back down and jump over. And now we can make Toadman's ability nice and healthy for us. So now we're maxed out on energy tanks, so we can use them liberally. Well, not liberally, but you'll see there's a few places we might have to use it. Maybe on this boss. I might have the wrong weapon out. Definitely got the wrong weapon out, man. Ooh, couple wasted shots, but nothing to cry about, man. We got this. Oh, that sucked, man. So let's see if we can take this bad boy out now. We should be good. Nice, and we get an opportunity to take it out right there. Kozak Castle 3. Let's see what you got in store for us, man. Oh, I remember this. Get ready for a beautiful looking stage that's very difficult. This is an auto-scroller if you haven't noticed. And there's going to be 2 auto-scrolling sections here. Oh man, I kind of wanted to stay at the top, but that's fine. Man, I missed out on some good stuff there, but that's fine. We still get pretty much a ton of our weapon energy back. And this is going to end the first auto-scrolling section. Ooh, that was close, man. And here we're going to use a succession of 3 rain flushes. And it does seem wasteful. Well, we got lucky there, actually. But it's something that I highly recommend, only because you don't want to take damage there. The boss for this, we're going to take it out with the P-Buster, and it's going to be a fairly interesting fight. Now get ready, check out those golden blocks. You have to bounce on them to proc them to go further up. But if you let them go too far up the screen, it's going to screen wrap and you'll fall to your death. It's not over yet, man. And here, if you're not quick enough, you get crushed by the screen, man. Now, even though we don't need that energy tank because we can't house more than what we have, I'm going to show you guys how to get it. You get on top of your balloon and you just slide. And like always, you want to charge up your P-Buster and check this room of death out. Now, don't get too excited. It's not over yet. The key is not falling in those spikes, man. If you do, and I haven't tried this, I would say use the wire adapter and just get out of there as quickly as possible. The man himself, Dr. C. That split path is important. Check that out. Man, I forgot all about those. Get our rain flush back up, and I would say the balloon adapter is fairly important. That's another energy tank we can get if we use our drill bombs, but there's no need for that. Now, this is where the path splits. If you go to the left, you actually end up having to go over the ramparts of the castle, and there's a lot of fall hazards. So here we want to use our balloon ability and just take this other path, and it's going to be a little easier. And there's going to be another energy tank in our way that we really don't need because we can't pick it up. But if you were short on energy tanks, there you go. You got another one there. Nice. So that top part is where you would have fell in if you would have gone through the ramparts. And you would have met up back here at this part of the stage again. I believe we got to use the Dust Crusher on Dr. Kozak. Now, be real careful. If he grabs you in his pincers, he's going to pick you up and slam you and just do massive damage. I mean, even his little pellet shot things will mess you up. But those pincers, man, they're next level. And you notice he just takes a ton of hits, even with the Dust Crusher. But check this out. The truth comes out. Proto Man, Mega Man's brother, if you've been following along in the series, just rescued Dr. Kozak's daughter. And you guys, if you played through this, you already knew who it was. Or if you've been following the series, you already know, no matter what you think is going on, Dr. Wily is behind it once again. And we get a whole new castle to traverse. Fortunately, there's only 3 sections to it, as you see. Nice, we avoided damage. Well, it didn't last, but that's fine. Oh, it's the pirouette guy. And we'll be able to replenish that. Hopefully. Man, I am taking damage like left and right, dude. Let's just rain flush this out. Well, rain flush doesn't do too well on the pirouette guys. And as tempting as the rain flush is, you want your Dust Crusher back. Here you just want to slide past that guy. Same there. Now this one's a little bit of a tricky jump. You kind of want to half jump and then start moving forward on your way down. Ooh. So we got past those first blocks. Here, we're not going to mess around. We're going to get on Rush Jet and just move forward. Now, when you use your wire adapter there, if you get stuck on those disappearing blocks, don't freak out. Just let time pass, and when they disappear, the wire adapter keeps taking Mega Man up. We're just gonna leave that energy tank there, man. I know what you're thinking. We could have used it, gotten that one energy bar back, and picked up that tank, but nah. I think we used the ring boomerang here. Not sure. We definitely used the ring boomerang here. And you want to hit the eyes, man. It sucks we took damage, but it's fine. Let's see if we can get him before he gets us. Nice. And we avoided using an energy tank. That's another one of those tough bosses If you got it and you need to use it, just go ahead and do it. Okay, we're in Wild Wily 2, as I like to call it. Okay, so that was the wrong path, man. Oh, I should have jumped actually forward and to the right. That's fine. This is going to make our path a little more difficult. We'll just have to take some hits here. And that wasn't too bad. Let's see if we can manipulate this guy into giving us energy, actually. Actually, you know what? I'll take that. And here, I forget if it's left or right. Let's try left. Nope. It's definitely the right way, the right side where we go. Man, those 1-ups are getting pretty old. We maxed out a long time ago, I think. I think 9 is the max. Let's get ourselves some ring boomerang here, man. And we're just gonna farm a little bit of weapon energy, man. If we can get a big weapon energy thing here, that'd be phenomenal, though. One more guy? No? Nope. And the only reason we want to fill up our ring boomerang, if I recall correctly, the boss for this stage, you have to use ring boomerang on. And then you got to use it, obviously, to take out Dustman when you get to the capsule room. Oh, what a cheap trick. And I do believe on this Mega Man, you don't get a bunch of special weapon refills before the capsule room like on the other ones. That's good enough. Now, I do remember this section. You do want to go here on the left side, I believe. Yep, you avoid those guys there. And there you do want to inch forward before you jump. Nice. And I think we have another gumball machine right here. And we made it to the boss fight. Don't get discouraged with this guy. Check him out, man. As you can see, this is a tricky guy. I like the focus on that big dodgeball looking thing that comes out of the top. Oh man, we took some damage. And hopefully that's enough ring boomerang left to take out Dustman later on. Man, you gotta be kidding me. We do get some. I don't think we need that much Dust Crusher as we do Ring Boomerang. That first section I consider a dirty trick, but the other section was all me, man. At that point, I don't think it mattered who we messed with. Man, a little health would have been nice. All those one-ups that are just wasted. And here we get the famous Mega Man capsule room. Oh, dude. Okay, so at least he stayed above ground long enough for us to get significant damage on him. Ooh, Bright Man. We'll use his weakness on him, the Rain Flush. Man, I think I did better with the P-Buster than with the Rain Flush, bro. He almost took me out. Get out of here, man. See? Pays to practice with the regular Buster Shot. Oh, this is a good reprieve. Nice, and we were able to take him out. Okay, let's see if we can repeat our Ringman badassery. Oh man, that was bad. So we took an extra hit we didn't have to, but that's fine. Dustman, oh man. So this guy, we gotta be careful, man. We might take him out. Okay, we switched positions. I was worried we'd take him out while I was standing on the teleporter. Okay. Oh, this is good. I think we're in a good position here. And we're going to use our Skull Shield just in case it's Dive Man, because remember, we only have Dive Man and Skull Man left, and Skull Man won't attack unless you attack. So better safe than sorry. Yes. Hopefully we can take him out without using an E-Tank. Man, what a pattern. Oh, I spoke too soon. Get out of here, man. That was awesome. And we might as well just roll into Skull Man, because that's who we have left. Remember, you don't do anything, he doesn't do anything. Man, Couldn't have asked for a better pattern myself. Now check this out. Dr. Wily's first form, there's a little trick to it. You just want to get in real close and you won't take damage if you can get close to him without taking damage. At least not in the first form. Let those 3 shoot. So after 3 shots, you jump up and let loose with your charge beam and a few extra pellets. Just for good measure. Now here's where it's going to get a little dicey. Check this out. Remember Drill Man's ability. You have to detonate it before it gets to him or it'll just bounce off. Here, I'll demonstrate. You see how it bounces off? I took an extra hit for that, but I thought it was crucial to see why you got to be careful with them. Here we go, the last stretch, man. We got this. Okay, so this is the section I was thinking about where you don't get any power-ups. So you do get them in the capsule room, as you saw. And normally, I farm here just to fill up my feral shot. It's the only thing that damages them. And it's pretty easy to miss them. And I just don't get the stinginess with the weapons energy, man. We did our due diligence. We fought our way here. We know what to use against who. Oh, man. You know what? I'm not going to subject you guys to more farming. So check this out. You kind of got to see where he's at and aim the feral shot that way. I think I can take one more hit. And this is what we save our energy tanks for, man. Dude, I wish I could shoot it up. Nice. Another one in the bag. This has been your boy RetroDoc79. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Again, this is for Robert. He requested this. You guys got any requests? RetroDoc79@gmail.com. Link is in the description of that email. You could also drop it in the comments, but again, dropping me an email at the business email is the quickest way to make sure that I get to your game. And I do play Super Nintendo games, and I do have some N64 games we can get down on, so make your request. Nice. And we're going to let the credits roll. We're going to take a look at what's going on. And actually notice he has his black hair back. We were talking about that at the beginning of the game, how they made it blue. I think it was just because the palettes around him were all blue. His body, the sky behind his head. Now, drop a comment. Did you guys play this as a kid? Were you able to beat it? I know this came out later in the NES's life cycle. Mega Man 4, 5, and 6 were a little later in the life cycle of the NES. So a lot of people might have not gotten to play these games. And I do think they're going to rotate through the Robot Masters and show you who created them. Little side note, look up NES Fan Contest winner for Mega Man 4 Toadman. And it was insane. The kid who won drew this fever dream of a creature with the eyeballs in the mouth. So terrifying. And they printed that thing in Nintendo Power. Looks like the Pillsbury Doughboy with a light bulb stuck on his head, and then they spray painted him orange. Or kind of toasted him a bit. I like what they went with for Toadman better than what the kid drew. The concept is there. Drill Man was always pretty legit looking too. It's gonna be Pharaoh Man. Yeah, that was always one of my favorite Robot Masters, man. Look at that. That Ring Man wasn't bad, but he looks kind of like a dude with motorcycle gear on and a little ring on his head. Like one of those little bubble blowing rings. And this guy always reminded me of like a vacuum cleaner. And Dive Man is just a weird mix, dude. He's like this big, bulky dude with like a snorkel on his head. And again, the Johnny Lawrence looking character, man. If you haven't watched the first Karate Kid, go back and watch it. Such a good film, man. Doing yourself a disservice by not watching it. Looks like we finally ran out of water in the blue one. Let's get this black one going. Presented by, we know it's Capcom. Once again, it's been your boy Retro Doc 79. Thanks for the support. Like and subscribe, man. And also drop me a comment or an email if you want me to play a game for you.